And the moment they cannot do without you, that's where the money is.
And I heard something. Someone said, education is key, but somebody has changed the locks. I've always had this mentality that I'm going to make it with my formal education. When I discovered that, oh my God, that is not how this thing is going to be. Before we get into how to make 6 figures in dollars every single year from Lagos, Nigeria, close attention. Your mental limitations. I once had these mental limitations, and these are the things that prevented me from making a lot of money. You did not know this, but your brain, you were naturally programmed. When I came out into the world to make money after the university, it became a very bad mental limitation for me. Alexander the Great, someone who conquered the world, right? Who conquered the known world as of that time, he learned from Aristotle. And even Aristotle, the great philosopher, learned from Plato. Plato learned from Socrates. And you need to learn a lot of things along the way. Hello, I'm Golibe, and I make 6 figures in dollars every single year from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm here to show you that there are a lot of Nigerians making this money. I'm not here to sell you anything. Pay close attention. So I'm here to teach you this and inspire you here on YouTube. That is my mission here, right? So let me break these things down into bits. Before we get into how to make this money, make $10,000 every single month, let us first of all talk about your mental limitations. I once had these mental limitations, and these are the things that prevented me from making a lot of money. When I started out, there are certain things that I need to leave because I came from an average background. My mother was a single mother. I lost my father at a young age. My mother struggled, worked 2 jobs to take care of us at home. This thing burned into my mentality as a person. There are some limitations I've noticed that most Nigerians, most Africans have because they are coming from a third world country, because they are coming from average or below average homes. Number one is what I call the civil servant mentality. If you come from a civil servant home like mine, if you come from an average home like mine, you understand that you were taught how to manage and manage. You did not know this, but your brain, you were naturally programmed in such a way that everything is about management, everything is about don't take any risk. I remember those days, my mother, when we asked her for something, oh mom, I need to change this shoe, she would say, don't worry. At the end of the month, when they pay me my salary, I'm going to remove a little, we'll save towards it. These things were good values. That mentality of management and that mentality of very little risk, it ate into my brain. When I came out into the world to make money after the university, it became a very bad mental limitation for me. I was just thinking management. I was thinking I did not want to take risk, right? And it affected me immensely. In life, one thing I've noticed is this: money comes to people who take risks. Money comes to people with abundance mindset. When you have the civil servant mentality, it makes you tend towards being mediocre, average, or poor. You need to stop that mentality. You need to put it aside and learn how to take risk, learn how to put yourself out there, learn how to leave your comfort zone, chase money, right, and make it legally. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is the formal education mindset. A lot of people have this formal education mindset that education is key, formal education is key. And I heard something, someone said education is key, but somebody has changed the locks. Right? So education is no longer key in quote. Okay, so education is good. I have a degree in computer engineering, right? A bachelor's degree in computer engineering. But you need to understand that in the world we are today, that is the barest minimum. It is nothing. You need to go on to self-educate yourself. You need to go on to learn soft skills. You need to go on to learn actual real life skills that are used in the real world. When you leave university and enter into the real world, you discover that there are things that you need to succeed in the real world. And it is way different from the university setting. It is way different from what you know normally. This formal education mindset is something that really affected me because I come from a family of educationists. I come from a family where my mother is a medical doctor, grandfather is civil engineer, and so on and so forth. I come from a family of academics. I've always had this mentality that I'm going to make it with my formal education. I was in for a rude awakening when I discovered that, oh my God, that is not how this thing is going to be. I'm going to make this money, but it's not going to be strictly through formal education. You need to learn a lot of things along the way. And number 3 is Ponzi mentality. A lot of people have this Ponzi mentality, right? You feel that money grows in trees. There was this thing trending online the other day. Ilabaye, the winner of Big Brother Naija, won 120 million naira cash. Piggyvest started saying, bring 60 million, just bring half of it so that we'll put it in our safe lock and we'll give you a certain percentage. You know, another company came out, Fair Money, and said, bring that money, we'll put it in a safe place and you'll get this huge amount of interest. You know, and it brought up a debate. Every Nigerian was jumping on this, saying, don't worry, use it to play bets, put it in 2 odds, and that 60 million will become 120 million, right? You see, that Nigerians, Africans, usually people from third world countries, we have this Ponzi mentality. We always believe that we can put money somewhere and it will multiply. I need you to drop that mentality. This thing really affected me. I lost a lot of money when I started out in the internet space about 8 years ago. I lost so much money because of what? I put my money into this place thinking it will multiply and it never did. Change that. Instead, learn high income skills, learn skills and use those skills to make money. This is how money has been made since time immemorial. When you go to school, when you go to medical school, you go to medical schools to acquire medical skill. You go to engineering school, whatever school you go to is to acquire skills, then you can exchange that skill for money. The fastest way to make money online is acquire digital skills, and you can make $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 online using these high income skills, right? So drop your Ponzi mentality and think about acquiring skills so you can use the skills to make money. And number 4 is I don't need anybody mindset. There is this thing about we humans, we are proud. We feel that we don't need anybody. But the truth is, you need somebody. You need somebody to teach you. You need to stop this I don't need nobody mindset, right? You need to understand that every great person in the past had a teacher, had a mentor, had somebody they learned from. And this is how the world moves. Alexander the Great, someone who conquered the world, right? Who conquered the known world as of that time, who is remembered centuries since when he died, right? He learned from Aristotle. And even Aristotle, the great philosopher, learned from Plato. Plato learned from Socrates, and so on and so forth. Every great person in history has always learned from a mentor. Don't think that you don't need anybody. Throw that mentality away. Humble yourself and learn from somebody. These mental limitations are the things preventing you from becoming financially free, or at least hitting $1,000, $2,000 online. Number 1 is the civil servant mentality. Number 2 is the formal education mentality. Number 3 is the Ponzi mentality. And number 4 is I don't need nobody mentality. The moment you can take these mental limitations away, you'll be making a lot of money. It will open your mind. It will open your being to making so much money online. That's all for today, guys. I hope you have learned a lot. And if you love this content, you can like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Talk to you some other time. Stay intentional. Cheers.